telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go when she telling me to come forward. Come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward. Come for me. See, I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. But she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go when she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. Telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go when she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah. She telling me to come forward, come for me. I don't know why finally now I just spoke my mind. I know it's long since we spoke sometime, but this thing no play, I go change your mind. Just give me some time, any place, cause I don't have no time to waste. No more back and forth just like Aaliyah. That's all I wanna do right now. Grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend up on that reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. Well, when me gonna grab it up, swing on me, gonna grab it up. Body to body, make a bend over the reeling. Bad man, turn you over like a steering. But she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come for me. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let you go when she telling me to come forward, come for me. That's what she telling me to come forward. No hesitation when I come forward. I won't let her go, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Luvac left. You don't want to change from the 4-3-3.
Boom, boom, boom. What's going on, people? We are back again on the Jerry James Show for another tactics board. This time, obviously, we're discussing Liverpool's 4-0 win against Burnley, or what should have been a 4-0 win had there not been for the atrocious, horrible, unacceptable decisions from the referees yet again, calling the PGMOL into question once more for the 100th time this season when it comes to Liverpool decisions. Liverpool have still managed to get the job done with goals through Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota that, made what should have been an easy game, probably a bit trickier. And as I predicted in my preview, I did believe it was going to be a 2-1 win, and luckily we kept that clean sheet. But we only scored 2 goals, and it wasn't, do you know what I mean, as easy as it should have been. However, there were certain areas in which Liverpool were able to go and really, really dominate against Burnley, and that's what we're going to obviously be discussing today. Alongside, of course, the return of Diogo Jota. Is Núñez back to his best? Are Liverpool being robbed by the PGMOL? And how good is Jarell Quansah? So a lot to discuss today with you guys. Obviously, big up to everyone in the building. As I always ask, make sure we are smashing the like on every single video. Anytime you see me in the screen, we're on the screen, whether it's on this channel, on someone else's channel, please make sure we're smashing the like. Subscribing if we are new to the channel, and if we like the content as well, just share it. It does help the channel grow. Liking, commenting, engaging with myself does help a lot. There's a few of us in the building already, so we should be up to 20 likes straight off the bat. So please make sure we're up there already. Smash the like. I'm going to check the likes as soon as I get into you guys here. But yeah, smash the likes. Big up to Keep It Level in the building, saying big up JJ, saying correction, we scored 4 legit goals. That's what I just said, man. That's what I just said. Big up to Ibrahim, saying big up to myself, big up to yourself. Hope you're doing well. We've got Red for Life in the building as well. Big up to yourself. We've got Honesty in the building as well. We've got Freezy as well, and many more on Twitter and on Twitch. So guys, head over. I appreciate you guys being on those platforms. Just come over here, pop a like on the video, and then hop back in. I'll literally take about 10 seconds. It does help the channel grow. But look, let's get straight into it, man. Obviously, Liverpool away trip to Burnley on Boxing Day. Do you know what I mean? Proved to be an interesting game. And we had a lot of issues because when it came to injuries and team selections, I found it quite tricky. I needed your help in the preview previously to kind of decipher what was Klopp going to do. You know, we don't have Tsimikas available. Is Diaz fit enough to start? Is Diaz even fit to be on the bench? Is Jota going to be on the bench? There's loads of things that we didn't know. Of course, we know Jota and Diaz both came off the bench. We didn't know who was starting up front or in midfield. You know, Gravenberch didn't have the best game against Arsenal. Was he going to start, or was Klopp going to, go back to, Curtis Jones doing his thing? And look, we started the team with, obviously, let's just get straight into it, man. Let's just get straight into it. We started the team. Hold on, let me just get it up for you guys. We started the team here with obviously this lineup, and obviously this is the player influence, guys. So this kind of the players that are bolder or the larger names, the ones that are in bold, it emphasizes their influence on the game. So that obviously results to how many touches, how many dribbles, all that type of stuff. How many headers did they have to go and make? Their influence on the game means that they would have a larger name. Apologies, had to have some tea. Yes, as we can see here, we lined up with Alisson Becker in goal, Trent, Quansah, Van Dijk, and Gomez making up the backline. Of course, we know Tsimikas was injured in this game. We had Endo in the 6th with Gravenberch on the left. We had Szoboszlai, Elliott starting on the right with Núñez, Salah, and Gakpo on the left. So a very interesting change because, of course, we know that in the last game, Gakpo started down the middle. Against West Ham, Gakpo started down the middle with Núñez on the left. And, Núñez on the left against West Ham, came on the left against Arsenal. And I did think that would be his position. However, Klopp opted to play Núñez back up front. And look, could play dividends, man. And look, very, quite early on in the game, probably about 10 minutes in, a great bit of link up with Gakpo and Núñez. Núñez could have probably potentially been a bit stronger, and it could have potentially been a foul when he flicked the ball into Gakpo, got a late challenge of a Gakpo, ran down the line. He's checked back, played the pass into Núñez, and a first time finish from Núñez, and very kind of out of the ordinary for Núñez. Núñez is known for being a bit rash, in my opinion, does rush his shots, opened his body up and really placed it into the bottom corner. And a lot of people in my chats and stuff were trolling, saying what a horrible footballer, as he finished that goal, kind of referencing the point that it was a really good finish and uncharacteristic from Núñez. And listen, if he can have that calm head and that cool head, he's definitely going to get more goals because, as we know, he's topping the charts for XG. And look, he put the ball in the back of the net really comfortably. Now, the way we obviously started playing, before I get into the stats, is just here, just to kind of emphasize how we're obviously going and playing. Now, obviously, we're 1-0 up, so we're talking about 8 minutes in, we were really in the lead, and this was really positive and good for Liverpool when we're talking about obviously being able to go and get in the game. Now, interestingly enough, we actually built up, this is in possession, with a 3-1, 4-1, 5-1 almost, it seems. And as you can see there, it's Kwanzaa, the deepest man at the back. We had Van Dijk on the left-hand side of a back three, with Trent almost coming and playing as a right-sided centre-back when in possession. We have Endo, of course, and we had Joe Gomez really going high. And that, for me, was really, really interesting and really set the tone of the game, because you could see, Burnley did try as best as they could play with a 4-4-2 in possession, out of possession, maybe a 5-3-2. Do you know what I mean? To try and combat the forward runs of Trent, or whether that be Joe Gomez. But as you can see here, we really pulled them apart. You can see Joe Gomez at the bottom of our screen there, really stretching the pitch. And that was, do you know what I mean? That's quite interesting, because usually what we've seen is, when Joe Gomez plays at any time, I know he comes inverted, but when he's played on the left, he comes and actually becomes a centre-back, and Van Dijk will be the deepest man. Instead, we had Jarrell Kwanzaa come really deep, Van Dijk stepping into midfield a lot of the time, with that higher position out of the back three, and Trent really in position there. And as you can see there, it really, really kind of isolating and stretching that back line and that middle third of Burnley. You can see here, Mohamed Salah, Elliott, Gravenberch, and Gakpo all in behind the back three, the midfield three of obviously Burnley, and that really enabled us to really get in the pitch and really kind of dominate from quite early on. So it's really, really good tactical kind of play from Liverpool. Gomez just adapted and done that Tsimikas role as best as he could, and he done it really well, man. I think he's been one of our most, obviously, versatile forwards, if I make sense. And you can see that Trent really, really creating. You can see Salah really catching the width. We've got Nunes, who's threatening to go in beyond. So is Gakpo as well. So a lot of runners from deep, and Gravenberch just trying to pick up the pockets inside those pockets. And we saw Curtis Jones actually do that for Arsenal as well. There was actually a passage of play in that game where, the ball got popped into him by Konate, and he actually got it in the turn, and it came really narrow as opposed to being really wide, which we saw last season. So that was, for me, a really, really positive sign to see. Do you know what I mean? We needed to win this game, and we got the job done, man. I'm really, really happy that we've done so. Guys, make sure that we are commenting and liking the video as well as I'm going into it, and I'm going to obviously get into your comments. Let's have a bit of my tea, and then, yeah, let's get into it. Apologies about that massive spoon in it. Teaspoons are in the dishwasher at the moment, cleaning themselves, so I have to just use a massive tablespoon. But yeah, if we just get into the stats, we can see straight off the bat, Liverpool again dominating games when it comes to obviously shots and possession, and we'll get into it. So obviously, Liverpool on the right hand side had 19 shots to obviously Burnley's 9, with Burnley having no shots on target. So from that perspective, a really, really, really easy game for Alisson and for the defense. But I think the defense done really, really well in what they could have done. And I think Burnley were a bit poor in front of goal. There was a couple chances where, I think it was the winger on the left-hand side really done Trent on that right-hand side. And I'll get into kind of my analysis on Trent as a right-back for Liverpool at this moment in time. Beat him, put a cross in, and Goodmanson, couldn't get his header on target and blazed it over the bar with his head. They should have had a couple more shots on target, but, and you can see there, in terms of big chances, we both had 2. So it just shows in terms of our clinical edge, they haven't got that at the moment. I think that's going to be their biggest downfall this season. We had 563 passes completed, way over double the amount that Burnley had, and Burnley are an attacking team, so it's quite, that's going to be a worry for them if they can't dominate position as they did in the Championship, and I think that's why they're struggling. In terms of attacking third passes, we made 106, again, more than double the attacking third passes they made, with only 44 made by Burnley. In terms of take-ons, we had more take-ons than them by 4. By 3, so 28 to obviously their 25. In terms of crosses, we both had 15 crosses. They had 10 more tackles than us, with us having 28 tackles, so they had 38. 10 interceptions by Burnley with 7 fouls. We had 6 interceptions and 10 fouls. So again, another dominant performance. And interestingly, it wasn't in terms of chances, in recent games, we had 26 chances on goal. We had 38 chances on goal against United. This was very different. This was obviously much, much, much less, but we tried to dominate and keep possession a bit more. I mean, it'll be interesting to see if Burnley did play a low block, how that would affect us. but we were really able to get at them. And I think they showed that they didn't really have the quality to obviously keep up with us. So that was really, really interesting to go and see. I was going to get into your comments before we get into it. I know some people are popping in the chat. Big up to Tony Montana saying PGMOL bunch of lads. We're literally going to discuss this. We got Captain Sal saying JJ, big up to yourself. We got Honesty saying since Klopp spoke on the refs, they have been on our case. You can hate Klopp, but one thing about Klopp, he will speak his mind. That's very, very true. Hussam is 40 today. Happy birthday to him. Is Hussam 40? Is Hussam 40 years old? He can't be. He can't be. Big up to KLFC in the building as well. But happy birthday to Hussam anyway. Happy birthday to Hussam if it's his birthday today. And yeah, and let's just get straight into the stats, man. So if we go into like, I think we might as well start with shots. We can see here again, really epitomizing obviously the amount of shots that we had. As we know, goal from Darwin Núñez. In the second half, we have 2 goals that are ruled out. And look, I'm just going to get into it because we've got Harvey Elliott and Cody Gakpo's name here with 3 shots and 2 on target for Cody Gakpo. Should have been 1 goal, but it's currently 0. And 2 shots, 1 on target for Harvey Elliott, which should have been a goal as well, which is disallowed. And for me, I think there were 2 instances that we need to obviously discuss. We've got the first one with Cody Gakpo where, you know, we win the ball back. Núñez presses his centre back and doesn't really like tackle him, in my opinion. I think he puts some pressure on him. There may be a slight bit of contact. Nothing really great. It wouldn't have been a foul anywhere else on the pitch. Ball comes to Gakpo. Really good finish from him. Really good finish into the top left-hand corner. Goals disallowed for a foul on a centre-back. Looked at the reactions of some of the players, of the Burnley players when that happened. They were in shock, not because they couldn't believe that the ref was about to give a goal, but just because, like, there was poor defending. They couldn't believe they went 2-0 down. In the PGMOL again, have made the decision based... I don't know how they've made the decision. They haven't taken long to get to a decision anyway. They just made the decision and deemed it to be a foul. That's the first one. We go in again. Great play from Liverpool, you know, winning the ball back high, playing down the right-hand side. Gravenberch, great ball into the box. Salah inside the middle is pushed with 2 hands, guys. 2 hands. Pushed in the back into an offside position. Body flops forward, and of course, he ends up in the position he's in. Elliott, with an outstanding first-time finish that no keeper in the world was going to save. It was right into the corner. First time, bang, as in, you couldn't have hit it more, do you know what I mean, with more accuracy, in my opinion. What do the PGMOL and the refs and the VAR do? Disallow it because apparently Salah is obviously obstructing the view of the keeper. Now, first of all, the keeper was never, ever getting to the ball. You can see the keeper's Travis's momentum shift to the right as that ball falls into the left, right? So he could see the play. I don't think he ever went and even questioned the kind of vision and his kind of... He didn't have partial vision. His vision wasn't blocked. It was a good finish. Secondly, the Burnley player pushes Salah into the back. So technically, that should have been a foul. We should have actually had a penalty because had Salah have gone, and flopped, that would have been a foul. But for him being an honest type of person, standing his ground, still, you can see his body flopping forward. The refs deem it not to be a foul. And at this point in time, you know, this was a game at 1-0 where Burnley were going into the game. And if I'm being honest, although the stats and technically we dominated the game, they started to have chances. And had one of those chances gone in, do we go and get a second? Or do we draw a game again? That impacts our ability to go and win this league. Now, I didn't believe we can be in a title race. I didn't think we'd be in a title race. But unfortunately, we are. We're top in the new year. Do you know what I mean? And yes, Arsenal have a game in hand on us. City have a game in hand on us. But City aren't, do you know what I mean? They're not going to catch us up. It's only Arsenal, really, that with one game can go ahead of us. If they draw the game, if they lose the game, we're still ahead of them. The fact that we are now having to talk about the refs constantly. I'm someone, I don't like to do that. I don't like to keep talking about the refs, talking about what happened. But these are like issues now that are going to go and affect Liverpool. Now, if Liverpool, you know, don't win the league by a point or don't win the league by a goal, had we have not won this game, and you go look at the Tottenham game as an example, we have every right to go and be, do you know what I mean, to raise our concerns with the PGMOL. And I think I think the referees as an organization need to be completely disbanded. And I think we need to start again. We need to start again. That's the only way in which I think there's going to be change, because there are too many errors that are happening on a consistent basis. Now, of course, the question I posed in the title there is, or I posted on Twitter was, are the PGMOL trying to rob Liverpool? Are they corrupt? Those are the questions that people have. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't think they're corrupt. I just think they're inept. I think they're incapable of doing their jobs correctly. I think they're hiding behind the VAR. If I'm being really honest, I think the officiating was better without VAR, because you knew that, and the referees knew that they didn't have a safety net behind them. They knew that they had to make the right decision, or it would be their jobs and their necks on the line. They might get relegated to the Championship or whatnot. They might not get any bigger games. Right now, a referee can, do you know what I mean, have a poor performance and throw it all on VAR and say, VAR told me this, I just followed the code. And that's not what VAR was in place for. It wasn't to go and make referees' jobs easier. It was to help them make the right decision, and in that way make it easier. Right now, it seems as though it's more effort than it should be. And the question I've got is, do we scrap VAR until we can sort it out? Do we implement semi-automated systems for offsides, as an example? It's really interesting how these decisions can keep happening, and it seems to only happen to Liverpool is an issue. I mean, how did that Erdegaard situation not result in a penalty in the last game? That was a blatant foul. I mean, blatant handball. This can't keep happening from Liverpool's perspective. It can't, and even just for the, do you know what I mean, the greater good of football. Not even from a Liverpool perspective. I mean, it just can't keep happening. A few, do you know what I mean, earlier on in the season, Onana clattering into Kalajic, the Wolves striker, when he went to head the ball. No penalty. The Wolves would have been in a different situation, and they've picked up their form, and good for them. But this can't keep happening, in my opinion. I really want to know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, obviously, in regards to what's going on with the refs. Going back onto the shots before I get into any of your comments, I'm seeing here, Darwin Núñez, do you know what I mean, involved in play a lot, and I think being much more efficient. I mean, he had 2 shots with 1 on target being 1 goal. You know, being much more efficient. If he can keep up this kind of efficiency, that's really, really good for him playing down the centre. For me, you know, I still want to see him on the left. I think he can do a larger role. However, when Cody Gakpo plays on the left with Darwin Núñez, I think Cody Gakpo has the intelligence to pick up different positions. If Núñez drifts out left, he comes into the centre and does it automatically, because that's the type of player he is. And I think that's why Núñez had a better game than he might have done against Arsenal, or even against I mean, United the week before. I think against West Ham when he played on the left, and now even playing up front with a Cody Gakpo, he understands his role much better. And look, really, really good finish from him. Diogo Jota, I mean, what a finish from Diogo Jota. What a finish. You talk about a skengman, you talk about a bagsman, you talk about guaranteed finisher. This guy's undoubtedly the best finisher in our club. To come on, play the pass to Luis Diaz, poor touch from Luis Diaz, because that should have been an easy left foot touch and finish from him, in my opinion. And I've watched it back, watching the game with a few players that, you know what I mean, have played football in the past, and that's a definitely finish, man. That's a definite finish. Left foot, bang, should have been across goal. That's what Jota would have done. Instead, Luis Diaz checks back in. The check back in isn't as great. He has to now flick it with the outside of his foot. Jota's got so much work to do. He's got to drag it onto his left foot and then finish through the keeper's legs from an acute angle. Top quality finisher. And look, we've missed him, and it's great that he's come back, because as we know, this game is obviously, it was Mo Salah's last game, so we're not going to have him until, you know, he's done at the AFCON, and it's the same for Endo. So it's going to be really interesting what we do in the transfer window. I will be releasing a transfer window special today, actually, and it will be a pre-record, but it will be released in regards to, you know, the transfer dealings that I think Liverpool are going to go and do, and the type of signings I would want to go and see made. And then obviously in the new year, we'll have the transfer update daily, if possible. But yeah, so obviously great finishing from there. If we're looking at shots again, Mohamed Salah, 3 shots, 2 on target, no goals. Really unlucky with that shot that, you know, came off the crossbar, or was it a save from Travers? Really, really, really good finish. I mean, Elliott, of course, we discussed, should have had a goal. And Gakpo should have had a goal as well. So, you know, that stat would have looked a lot better. We're talking about easily a 4-0. A 4-0. If Salah's goal had gone in, it would have been a 5-0 win for Liverpool. So that's the kind of margins we're talking about. Let me just get into your comments before we get into the next segment, talking about the other bits of it as well. Big up to K-Mac in the building, saying big up everyone. The title race is on, and our main challenges are VAR, City, and Arsenal. Facts. We've got KLFC saying VAR tried to rob us again. Endman saying look back. The same guy goes, why did you take the goal off? The ref said foul on you. That's crazy. The player looked mad confused. Of course, he got mad confused. He was fuming. We've got Red for Life saying, yeah, the player thought he messed up and caused the goal, threw his hand up in defeat. That's exactly what happened. Jesus 1921 saying Tierney is suspect. Him and Hooper should be demoted to League One. I think there should be like a fitness test as well. I think you can't be the size of Paul Tierney and be like a pro ref, in my opinion, man. He's looking like a Sunday League ref in Hackney Marshes. I'm going to be honest. We've got K-Mac saying they missed a sitter and VAR. Same refs. We kept getting on are really going against us in every game. Mad stat, Tierney and Brooks VAR, 20% of games win LFC, 90% of games win Man City. That official for that they official for. These are the facts. Interesting to go and see. Honestly saying not corrupt, but they are truly some bozos, and we need people who aren't friends with the refs to work on VAR. Otherwise, dumb and dumber will always keep protecting each other. That's 100%. I agree with that. Hayes is saying Wolves had it bad. Yeah, they had it really bad. Jota is our best finisher. Diaz with a fantastic assist. I don't think it was a fantastic assist. I'm going to be really honest, man. I'm going to be really, really honest. Great at Manchester ends. Jota saying Jota 21 shots on target this season, 5 goals. He's the best in the league for chances finished. Is it Newcastle his last game? Sorry, Newcastle is the last game. I'm getting confused. It wasn't this game. It was Newcastle on New Year's Day. That would be his last game. K-Mac saying Salah will play the Fulham game. I don't think so. Endo has been a revelation. 1 goal conceded in the last 3, and that was a corner. Hope Matt 10 is back soon. We're definitely going to discuss that. We've got Paul Tierney built like the big show. Yeah, I mean, the small show, man. I mean, he's looking small. That's the thing. If he was big and large, I wouldn't say anything, but he's just small. We got Alexander Delos saying, hi, JJ, big up everyone. Big up to your damn selves. We've got Honesty saying, if Darwin stops rushing his shots and time he runs, he'll be a dangerous player. I'm not saying he'll score 30 goals. And I believe Darwin is so close to breakthrough. I don't know. I think you're going to get chances in this game. I still don't see it, but heck, I might be wrong. Let's move on to obviously, let's go out to chances created, and we can get into that. Looking at chances created, and again, Trent really leading that line again. Trent is, let's be honest, Trent is an outstanding player, and I think we're getting so comfortable with his array of passing, the standard he's setting from an attacking output perspective. 4 chances created from him is really, really good. I think we've got to be honest with ourselves as well. He's just playing long balls over the top, and he's got that ability to go and pass, hence why his chances created will be higher. I'd like to see, chances created when he's in and around the box, because I think that's the next step or next bit of evolution for him. However, look, he's doing really, really well. 4 chances created is really, really good for him. We've got Darwin Núñez saying, obviously, creating 3 chances. And again, I think him playing with Cody Gakpo is allowing him to drift into areas where he can go and create chances. Look, decent, obviously, game for him. Endo, I mean, someone just said it there in the chat. What a revelation Endo's been in the last couple of games. I know a lot of people were critiquing him, and I was never one to, anytime someone said he was so bad, he was so poor, I did feel as though it was agenda-driven. Like, you've got an agenda against this player because you didn't get your DM. People, were waxing lyrical over McAllister, and yeah, McAllister had some decent performances in the back end before his injury, and he scored a really, really good goal, probably one of the goals of the season. I think Endo's been better. I think Endo's just been better. I think his impact has been better, has seen us go from strength to strength. We were in a poor situation where we weren't able to go and score goals, and we've been defensively much more solid. Obviously, 0-0 draw against United. Clean sheet against Burnley. Against Arsenal, it was from a set piece, where obviously Gabriel scored, Konate and Alisson, I think, could have done a bit better. Keeping, Arsenal and obviously not allowing them to have a shot on target in the second half. that's all down to obviously defensive transition and our ability to go and negate that. So Endo's been really, really good. You've got to give his props to him. Again, created chances is really good. I think obviously Harvey Elliott is going from strength to strength as well. 2 chances created for him, and Cody Gakpo creating 2 chances as well. So from that perspective, we're really, really, really good. If we go on to passes, people, again, obviously summarizing these players, Jarrell Konza, we're going to definitely discuss them as I get into obviously the player ratings with you guys. So guys, I know, just stay with me. Make sure we are smashing the light. Jarrell Konza, 98 passes completed out of 113 attempted. You know, a couple times he made some long passes that didn't really make his man, but had a really, really good game. Virgil van Dijk, again, so assured of himself, 97 out of 104 passes. Trent, 76 out of 93 passes. Again, as I showed you in this image here, in this still, we can see here the back 3 in possession being Trent, Konza, and Van Dijk meant that they were getting a lot of the ball, and that was the aim of play. Do you know what I mean? Is to get Trent in deeper positions to go and play those passes in behind. So, you know, a different role from him than we've seen, but still really, really, really good. We can see, hold on, we've seen that. There we go. Sorry. Obviously, Endo again, 63 out of 75 passes. Good for him. And then obviously Joe Gomez as well. Not as many passes as Virgil van Dijk, and usually we'd see Joe Gomez's passing be much higher playing at the back. He was playing much more advanced on that left-hand side as a left back, covering for the injured Simic. Has 35 45 passes, but again, really, really, really good in possession. So that, for me, is just really, really good to see. And we can see how we dominated. If we go into attacking third passes, this is where it gets really interesting. We can see Mohamed Salah. Obviously, we can see in this still again, the positions Mohamed Salah is picking up. I mean, Elliott really allowing him to create the width instead of playing in the midfield. You've got Salah coming inside, and I think that's better for Salah. I think it does help him a lot. As a result, he's obviously creating a lot of chances. 2 seconds. A lot of chances here. We could say 16 attacking third passes. So from an attacking phase, the ball does go through Salah a lot. And I think you can see why he's so important to our team. And he's going to be a massive miss when he goes to AFCON, even though he hasn't been in tremendous form. Good goal against Arsenal, but before that, we were struggling for goals and assists as well. We've got obviously Trent with 15 out of 23. So similar amount as well. That right-hand side really, really dominating. Of course, Darwin Núñez, 10 out of 17. So really getting involved in play, which is obviously a benefit for us because at least he's improving in that regard. We've got Gravenberch with 10 out of 12, really efficient. And obviously Harvey Elliott, 9 out of 11, again, really efficient. And that right-hand side really dominating our attacking phase of play. I think even Gravenberch, that pass that he played into Elliott was Gravenberch actually moving across onto the right and having that freedom to go and move. What I'd ask for, obviously, Núñez, in my opinion, is he needs to make sure he's a bit more efficient with those attacking third passes. I mean, you know, he may completed 10, but attempted 17. 3 more passes, and it would have been a 50% return in terms of ratio, in terms of attacking third passes. So for me, I want to see a bit better from that perspective. We move on to, again, then ball recoveries. I think that's really interesting to go and see from a defensive standpoint. And again, decent game for obviously Gravenberch. Endo, we know how imperious he was, but Trent, again, really topping the charts in terms of ball recoveries. And again, I'm just going to talk about it. He's had a really, really, really good season from Liverpool's perspective, and long may it continue, because I know a lot of talk about, you know, Virgil van Dijk being the best player in the league. Declan Rice has been the best player in the league because there's a lot of, focus on him. But what about Trent? I think Trent's been outstanding from a statistical point of view. And when you go and watch him play as well, he's really, really important for Liverpool. So look, he's got 10 ball recoveries, Endo with 8 and Gravenberch with 8. And if we can get these numbers from, 2 of our midfielders or 3 of our players in total, so whether that be Trent, 2 midfielders, or 3 midfielders, with Trent being a bit more advanced, it does help us a lot. And having Joe Gomez at left back meant that we had another third player breaking into the top 5 in terms of ball recovery. So from that perspective, we were really able to curb Burnley's ability to obviously get forward, counter on us effectively. They did get through a couple of times, but, no shots on target for us. So from that perspective, job well done for Liverpool. And that's the risk they want to obviously go and play with. Moving on to defensive duels, man. I think this is the last one I've got for you guys. We can see Jarrell Konza, again, topping the charts for the passes attempted and completed for Liverpool. 10 out of 13 aerial duels. I mean, that's a clear indicator that Burnley were going to target Jarrell Konza, or whether that be Konate. Of course, we know Trent obviously vacates that position, so you can see obviously long balls in that direction into that space behind Joel Konza. 10 out of 13 is an amazing ratio for the amount of defensive duels he had to make. Virgil van Dijk, 5 out of 5. Like, you're not getting any joy there. Endo, decent output for him. He's not the tallest defensive midfielder, so for him to get 3 out of 5 is really good. And of course, Lau Foster and Dara O'Shea with 2 out of 4. He had a decent game, but again, a difficult time for him as well. So, look, amazing stats to go and see. Amazing stats. And look, we're going to get into obviously the lineups, and then I'm going to give you obviously my player ratings as well before we get into it. Big up to Jesus saying Trent looks a lot leaner and sharper this season. I don't know if he looks leaner. I think he's just cut his hair, but he does look sharper in general. I think he definitely does look sharper. Big up to Keep It Level saying, I heard last year Sporting refused to deal with Liverpool because they went behind their back over Ugarte, who eventually signed for PSG. Klopp speaking to him about permission. I think that's in regards to Ignacio. Honesty saying, JJ, I don't know how true these stats are, but we have conceded less goals when Endo is in the team. Yeah, I'd have to check those stats out. Big up to KLFC saying Trent has improved massively defensively, 100%. I agree. Big up to Boom Boom 43 saying the centre halves have made an armchair ride with Endo, have had an armchair ride with Endo in front of them for the last few games. Definitely agree. We've got Freezy saying, wouldn't surprise me if we look better without Mo, I can't lie. It'd be interesting to go and see that. Definitely. Jesus going on to say, look, Gomez is doing well after surviving all that abuse last season. Let's go, Joe. Yeah, big up to yourself. I abused him as well. So I've got to be honest, man. He's been really good. KLFC is saying Kwanzaa is quality, man. Endo saying 18 games, 8 clean sheets. It's really that simple. He is the difference in midfield now. For Kwanzaa, he made 95 passes today, won 9 out of 12 duels, and had 5 recoveries. In his last 8 starts, he's completed the most passes 7 times. That's really, really good, man. Really good stats for Kwanzaa. I appreciate those stats, bro. We've got Honesty saying, yes, I had an agenda against Endo, Joey G, Matip, and Costas, but all of them are doing bits, so I can't complain. Definitely hear you. Big up to Louis Las Vegas saying, Merry Christmas, Jay. I went to the Arsenal game. Trent's passing is mad. I was at the Arsenal game as well, man. So should have shouted me, man. Could have linked up. We've got Jesus saying the Trent volley was unlucky. Yeah, it definitely was. Jesus saying sarcasm that Diaz assist is suspect. Oh, that sarcasm. Yeah, man. We definitely got. I'll definitely chop that up in a minute. If Darwin stops rushing shots, it's time. Oh, we've read that already, so I've caught up as well. Freezer saying, I'd love to know how many times Darwin has been caught offside this season. That's another issue of mine when it comes to Darwin, man. He needs to start. Do you know what I mean? He's stay on side, bro. Like he can't do it. He's like Rashford when it comes to offsides, honestly. Big up to Doogie saying, do you think we will drop off during AFCON? That would be interesting to go and see. I mean, it depends what we do in January. It depends how sharp Jota can be and how long Salah and Endo are going to be out for the Asia Cup and obviously the AFCON as well. But I'd be interested to go and see. Keep It Level saying, I abused them a lot. Only person to see constantly backing was Drifty. That's true. I agree with that. I think Drifty's the only one that was backing Joe Gomez like that to the full. JJ, please tell your boy Curtis Jones to stop holding on to the ball and for so long just to pass the ball. No, I think sometimes he has to go and do that. I mean, releasing the ball quickly, it depends what you're trying to go and do. I think for me, it just depends, man. Axe Under the Loss saying, if Diaz can perform like that from the bench, he should be benched more. I mean, I'm going to chop that up. I don't think it was that great, if I'm being honest, man. I don't think Diaz was that great. But, yeah, I think Liverpool were just, coasting by that time. But let's get into it straight off the bat. I'm just going to get the lineup out. 2 seconds, people. Just trying to get the Burnley. Cool. I was going to share my screen with you guys and then we'll get into the player ratings. Ratings there. Hold on. Name, info, captain. Oh, okay, I need to do that later. Let's do rating. Cool. I'm gonna fill out the team quickly, guys. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm gonna check the likes in a minute. So, guys, you've got about 30-40 seconds to just smash the like before I go have a look at what's going on and then out people. I'm just gonna start picking people that I think I haven't been liking. I think that's what I'm gonna have to go and do. Kwanzaa, Verge, Endo, Elliot, Grav, Gakpo. Smash the likes, guys. Smash the likes if you're liking. If you don't like it, let me know why, man. Grill me. I don't mind. Smash the likes and grill me. All right, cool. Let's go and share the screen. I'm going to have a look now. Before I share it, guys, smash the like. Guys, make sure you get your comments in. I'm going to have a look right now, man. Actually, let me have a look on my phone. It's going to be easier. It's going to be easier. Let's see how many likes we got. How many likes? How many likes does everyone think we got? It's end of all time. View channel. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Can we get to 40 likes? We've got 35 likes, 35 people in the building. Can we get to 40 likes? There's 40 of us in the building. Big up to yourself. There we go. Smash the like saying here from KLFC. Let me share that screen for you guys and we'll get straight into it. There we go. Boom. All right, you guys can see that. So I'm going to start with Alisson now. Yeah, guys, I'm going to give that rating to Alisson. Now, Alisson is one that, we know he's a good player. We know how much he offers. How influential was Alisson? Like, he wasn't that influential. We didn't have any saves to make because we had 0 shots on target. The defense really done their job. Poor finishing from Burnley when they had to go and do anything. I think Alisson's kicking was quite poor, if I'm being honest. Yuck, cold tea. Ugh, disgusting. But yeah, his kicking was quite poor, man. For me, I'll probably give him a 5. He would have got a 6 for me had he had decent kicking. Yeah, or maybe the assist, maybe a 7. I'm gonna give him a 5. I think he was average in it. If you're talking about 10, that's the medium. He didn't have to do anything, and I think I'll just give him a 5. And I think the kicking would have allowed him to have a 6. Alisson here. Jesus saying he would give him a 6. Alisson 6. Distribution wasn't the best and didn't have much to do. Yeah, I think that's why I'll give him a 5. Keep it level saying distribution was a bit sus at times. I agree, man. I agree. So look, I think a 5 is. You guys are saying 6, but I'm going to go with a 5, man. Keep it level saying he didn't have any shots and any shots to save. Ali 5. Yeah, I'm going to go with a 5, man. I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to make an executive decision on that one. I think we're a bit too kind when we do these. Like, do you know what I mean? These. On certain channels that I'm seeing people getting like 9s and stuff like when they were basic. I think that was just mad. Cool. Joe Gomez for me. I think he had a really, really good game, man. I'll probably give him a 7. I think he was steady, coming into left back, done really well. Wasn't really troubled down that side. A left back, you think he was decent? Let me know. Maybe it's a 6.5. I think it was a 7. I think he was cool. Didn't really do anything offensively going forward too well as he has done in other games, but he was just solid. So I'm definitely going to go and give him a 7. We've got Jesus saying 8. Yeah, 7.5. Yeah, I think 8 is a bit too high for me, man. 8 is like you could have been man of the match. I think we got keep it level saying Joey Maldini 8. He's really stepped up. I agree. We got Kemak saying 7. I'm gonna have to veto you guys again. But can we be realistic with these player ratings? How can we give him an 8? An 8? That's what I was gonna give someone else in the back line. I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, coming to Virgil van Dijk, I think look, he got man of the match. Didn't really put a foot wrong. They didn't want to go down his side, and he was just really, really imperious. And for that, I'm going to go and give him an 8. I think it's 8 is fair. He won man of the match officially. Whether he was my man of the match, I'm not too sure. But Van Dijk was decent, man. Van Dijk was decent. Do you know what I mean? So give him an 8 there. With Kwanzaa, boy, I'll give him an 8.5. I'm going fast through these. I'm going to check what you guys are saying in a minute, but an 8.5, I think he was potentially my man of the match. We'll see if he was my man of the match when we get to the other players, but he was really, really good. And I think he made that last-ditch challenge, didn't have a lot of pace and looked like he was treading water for a bit when I think it was Amdini or Amudini was catching him. And I thought, oh no, he's going to get caught there, but done really well to clear his lines. Do you know what I mean? So he done well, and I think I'd probably give him man of the match over Van Dijk. But I don't think it was a lot to split them, if I'm being honest. But the amount of duels he had to go and engage in, I think Kwanzaa for me was a man of the match. We got honestly saying Kwanzaa 8, Virgil van Dijk 8.5. We got KLFC saying Kwanzaa 9, Kwanzaa 8, VVD 7, Hayes VVD 8, 7.5. Then JJ. That's in regards to who's that in regards to? Keep it level, let me know. Big up to Squidly in the building. We got Kwanzaa 9, Jarrell Desai 8, 8.5. It seems like we got 8, we got 7.8, 8, yeah, 9. All right, I'll give it 8.5. I think that's fair, man. 8.5 is fair. Trent at right back. I think that's another. You know what? That's another. I'll give him a 7.5. I give Trent a 7.5. I think Trent, for me, look, he is so good. And for me, his standard is so high. I think it's still really good to get a 7.5. 7s, 8 out of 10s, do you know what I mean? All over, that's really, really good. 7.5 is good. I think he got skinned on that right-hand side. And again, not showing that defensive kind of nous, that ability, that want to like, no, I'm not, that pride when you're defending. And for me, that's a massive, massive problem, especially when he's going and playing at right back, because we need him on the pitch, of course, but do we need him at right back? Like, are we going to have to start seeing something like that? And I'm not saying Endo's going to play at right back, but maybe this might be the position for Trent, because currently, when Trent's playing at right back, and I said it against Liverpool as well, we're limiting his creative abilities. So we're limiting his creative abilities, but then defensively, we're also putting him in situations where, you know, you're getting dribbled past 5 times and you're not in the position to really dictate the game. And if you're doing that, are you at your best? I don't know. It's an interesting one. So for me, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think that's fair. I think K-Max saying here, look, dribbled past 5 times. Yeah, 7.5 for me. Big up to Donovan Davidson saying Trent still plays a lot of big misplaced passes and got casually tripped up defensively a few times. K-Max saying Trent volley was mental if that went in. I definitely agree. We've got 7.5 for keep it level. Big up to Panov Scout saying big up, Jerry. Big up to yourself. We've got Trent 7, Trent 8, Trent 7, 7.5, 7. You're talking about Gomez, 7.5. Okay, 7's fine. Big up to Alexander De Los saying Kwanzaa means number 1 in Swahili. Hope you'll be the best after Virgil. That's mad. In Ghana, it's just a surname. Kwanzaa. That's it. Do you know what I mean? But that's interesting to know, man. Kwanzaa means number 1. Interesting. But yeah, so I'll give him a 7.5. Endo for me, again, really, really good. I'm just gonna straight off go off the bat. I'm giving him an 8, man. I think he's really, really, really good, man. Really good Kwanzaa right now. I mean, Endo, if I'm being honest, I think Endo, what's going on here? Sorry. Endo, really good, really showing his abilities now, how important he can be to the team. I think an 8 is fair. I really want to know what you guys are saying. We've got K-Max saying 8, KLFC saying 8 as well. For me, definitely an 8. I think when you're considering his ability, you know, being put into question, the fact that he's not the fastest, he's not the tallest, he's not the strongest, what he's been able to go and do. You know, I mean, 5 games in a row now for Endo, you know, not really putting a foot wrong. This might be his time to shine. And we can see Fabrizio Romano putting out a tweet that, you know, Liverpool were convinced with, you know, this professional player, this really quality player for a bargain price. Klopp was totally convinced, and Klopp was right, let's be honest. I mean, I was excited by the signing when I was live with G. I was interested to go and see what he would do, and he's doing really well, man. So, look, 5 games in 13 days, only player to do that under Klopp. Exactly, and he's put on top performances. Honestly saying Trent is that brother at school. He didn't need to do anything, and the goals just do his homework for him. I hear you. We got saying we are going to miss him next month, considering the Asian Cup. Yeah, that's a massive issue for me. Is the fact that he's going to come in. He's done really well when he's going to the Asian Cup. Now, what version of Endo are we going to get when he gets back? Hopefully, he can stay consistent for us now on. If you could put again 7s, 8s out of 10s every single game, that's top, man. That's top. Donovan Davidson saying 7.5. Overall composed, sometimes does invite too much pressure by holding onto the ball a tad long, but he has improved. That for me, I agree. That for me, I definitely agree. I think, you know what? And I forgot about that. Maybe it is a 7.5. Maybe it is a 7.5. He done a misplaced pass and he does hold on to the ball a bit more. You know what? That's fair. Honestly saying here, look, for me, 7.5 because he almost cost us with the mistake when he passed the ball to the Burnley player. So I give him -5, 0.5 points. That's fair. I think 7.5 is fair. But again, if we can have a player giving us 7 out of 10s every single game, that's really, really good. Gravenberch, for me, should have got an assist. Let's be honest. Should have got an assist for Elliott. How good was he? Thoughts on Gravenberch? I'm still in the Curtis Jones fan camp. I think Jones should be starting every single game. People know I'm going to be biased when it comes to Jones. He's just my guy. But let me know what you think of, obviously, Curtis Jones and that Gravenberch situation in the comments if you're watching this on the replay. He had a decent game, man. He had a decent game. I give him a... Oh, my God. I tried to blag it. I tried to lie. I was trying to say I had a decent game. Look, he always got the assist, but he hasn't been great, man. I give him like a 5.5. He was all right. Could have got an assist. Probably would have given him a 6.5 in my opinion with that assist. But he's just all over the place, man. Hayes is saying grab 7, grew around at the start, weak finish. I don't know, man. Big up to Jerson Gorseb saying, big up Jamie. I'll prefer the front three of Salah, Jota, and Nunes. We'll definitely get into it. 5, Meaty. We got Grav 4, Grab 6. Yeah, I'm giving him a 5.5. I think that's fair. Guys, make sure we are smashing the like as well. If you're coming in, Jerson, I can see you. Donovan Davidson, I can see you. Make sure you're smashing the like, man. Make sure you're smashing the like. I think 5.5 is fair. Elliot, for me, another 7 out of 10. Performance 7.5, 8 out of 10. I think he's again another player that really showing that he's having a good season, man. He's having a good season. I know a couple of times when he started, he hasn't been too great, but coming off the bench, he's been really good. And when he started, he's done really good as well. KLC 7.5. I wouldn't be mad at 7.5 at all. Again, if you can just stay at 7.5, prof, that's a top player. Consistency is key. If you can stay at 7 out of 10 every single game, you become important, imperious. That's Junior Wijnaldum level. 7, 8 out of 10 every single game. Saying Gomez needs a goal before he clocks 200. Which Liverpool player has gone this long without a goal? I don't know, I actually really don't know. Honestly saying Ryan, aka Slick Rick, he'll get better, but yesterday just a 6. He'll find his feet. I'm calm about Ryan. 7.5, works hard, 7.5. Big up to Ram in the building. Keep it level saying Carragher did. Without a goal, he went long. Rob Jones, we got Harvey 7. Ram saying, let me in. I can let you in for the last, I ain't going to be in here for long, probably 5 minutes. But Ram wants to come in for 5 minutes. So we can do that. Hold on. Where is he? Appreciate your message as well, Ram. I saw that. We've been Christmas busy. I need to actually message Eni as well. So shout out to Eni. I need to message him. Donovan Davidson saying 7. Being reliable recently, not selfish either. Sometimes defers too much to Salah, but understandable. Freezy saying, I'm not seeing it with Grav. I can't lie. I hope I'm wrong. Honestly saying, Ram out here moving like CM Punk. He just in. It's where it is, man. But for me, straight off the bat, I'm definitely going, 7.5 for Elliot. And before we move on to obviously the forward line, we've got Ram in the building. What are you saying, Ram?
I'm good, man. Obviously, it's been a while since I spoke to you. Well, not a while. Been about a couple of days since I last spoke to you. Obviously, the Arsenal game. Big up yourself, JJ, for all of that, sorting everything out. In this game particularly, let's be honest, we should have won 4-0. The 2 goals that got disallowed for us, in my opinion, was were legitimate goals. And we made it a lot more difficult, but I think it was down to us not being able to get them goals. I think if it was 2-0, if it was 3-0, then game's done. It would have been so comfy. Job done, move on to the next game. But because the referees wanted to make it a little bit more exciting, it was a lot more difficult for us to really sort something out. But happy, man. Very good performances for certain people. And yeah, man, why the hell has Alisson got 5? He's got a clean sheet, mate.
Yeah, but that's not down to him. I've got to look at individual performance.
No,
he didn't have a save to make, and his distribution was poor. No, he got a clean sheet with no shots on target. No, what do you mean? You could have put Kelleher in goal. I wouldn't have given him more for that. You can't just be. That's being biased. That's being biased. That's being mad biased. I know you love Alisson. That's fine, but sorry, he's getting a 5. Like, he was poor with his feet. Do you know what I mean? For me, a 5 out of 10 is average. It's average. 5 is average.
Really?
5 is middle of the road.
Kept a clean sheet and was decent. That's it.
No, he wasn't decent. He was 5. Exactly, 5.
He's decent.
Yeah, 5. 5. He didn't have anything to do. 5.
Why, right.
5. Middle of the road, man. Middle of the road.
You're being harsh. I think it's because I'm here and I was watching.
It was like, there before. You ain't even there. How did I know? I didn't even know you're here. You can't. If you had nothing to do and your distribution was off, what am I rating you on? We could have Klopp in goal.
By the way, people, just to let you know, because of me, it has got an Alisson agenda. He said this to me when we were driving up to Liverpool. Because of me, he has an Alisson agenda.
When did I say that?
He said it in the car.
What? But this is black. Guys, we're not going to deal with this blasphemy like that, innit? So let's move on. We got big up to Honesty saying, with Elliot, what I like is how he is more secure on the ball and his passing is better. His shots are weighted better. I can see a big future for RV. Yeah, it just depends, man. It depends. We've got Boom Boom saying, if big decisions bounce out of a season, we can look forward to getting all the decisions in the second half. Hopefully, bro. That's the aim, innit? That's what we need to look at. We've got Panel Scout saying 5. He did what you had to do, which wasn't much, to be fair. That's in terms of, obviously, Ali. Have you calmed down now?
Let's go on with the rest of them, man. Let's get
I thought so. Let's start, man. Gakpo. What are you saying about Gakpo, man? How do you think how well did you think he done against?
He was decent. Driving at the defense is a welcome sight because the other left winger doesn't really want to drive up players. Should have got a goal. I think he got an assist as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for Nunes, he got the assist.
7.5, because again, even though he didn't get that goal, that should have been a goal. Like, it's 100% should have been a goal in my opinion. I would have said 7.5. He played well.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely a 7.5. What do you think of Gakpo playing on the left? Because he played on the left yesterday, or kind of interchanged with Nunes at times.
JJ, man. Well, I told you about this, man. I wanted to see him on the left because the way our wingers are now starting to play, becoming a lot more creative, dropping deep, trying to create stuff for the striker and for our advanced midfielders. I want to see what he would do on the left. Maybe that's the game that he sort of likes to play. Maybe best suited on the left instead of this false 9 thing. And look what's happening, man. Look what's happening. He's actually starting to play decently. Starting to drive at players, starting to collect the ball from deep, drive at players, drive at the defense. And those are the assets that he's very good at. So I was calling for it. I want to say that. I was speaking to you, JJ. I wanted this to happen, and look what happens when he plays on the left. He's starting to put in some good performances.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Guys, we are 1 like off 50 likes. Can we please hit that like button, please? Can someone hit the like button and get 50 likes? And we've got 50 people in the building. We should be on that 55 likes. I know some people aren't watching and they like the video. So, guys, make sure we're doing that. Yeah, I think 7.5 is fair. We've got K-Max saying Gakpo assist and a goal. He was man of the match. LOL, 8.5. If you had got the goal, he probably would have been man of the match, you know. If you had got the goal, it would have looked like a man of the match. Like, you got a goal and assist. Everyone would have given them man of the match to Salah had he got a goal and assist. Happens every single game.
Big Verge. Big Verge. It's always going to be.
I think Quanta was better. I think Quanta was better than Verge, to be fair, if I'm being honest.
I think they were both sick, man. I think they were both sick.
Yeah. I think
Verge is Verge, isn't it?
Honestly saying, Gakpo, my fellow Dutch black brother, a good game, 8 for me. And yes, I'm a bit biased with Gakpo and Darwin. That's fair. So 7.5 is fair then. And we got Jesus saying 7. KLFC saying played well, in my opinion. We got RJ saying, when Elliott and Gakpo went off, we lost any fluidity we had. Afterwards, we were just so all over the place and gave the ball away to Burnley. Definitely go and see it. Keep it level saying Harvey's starting to show he's ready to play a part in this Liverpool team, and he's only 20 years older as well. We've got Man United fans saying banter club. Banter club. Banter club.
Banter club. I'm not talking about banter club.
Banter club. Your club. Your how was your manager getting sacked in the morning chance 15 minutes into a game at home at Old Trafford to Aston Villa? Low.
Yo, speak to me when your goal difference is not in the negatives, bro. Come back to us when your goal difference ain't in the negatives, man.
Exactly. Bun United, man. Everyone grill Man United now. Grill him. At him and grill him. At him and grill him. Manchester United fan. Grill him. RJ saying road to 50k. Please subscribe. That's it. Please subscribe, people. Gakpo and 8. We've got Ali Nuss saying Gakpo 8, Gakpo 7, maybe. I agree. Shameless United fan. Intelligent debate. Ericsson fraud. Very, very funny, man. Salah, what would you give Salah, man?
7.
7, yeah. Do you think, like, I know obviously he's like we spoke about, and he's just like guaranteed goals or guaranteed assists. He's guaranteed to like affect the game. But do you think he's slowing down with AFCON in mind, or do you think he's just been in poor form?
I think it's just some of the stuff he's doing has been all right. I think that shot that he had, that was Trafford reflex save, instinctive save, was a really good save. I think it was a very good shot as well. Got it caught on the right sort of area of the ball and area of the boot where he just sliced it and it's going away from the goalkeeper. That was a good shot. But I think it is a little bit of poor run of form in terms of performances because, again, he's not really seeing the ball. He's not doing what he did at the start of the season, taking on players, playmaking, doing all that. So I think hopefully when AFCON comes around and he does his thing for Egypt and comes back, he might come back in better form. But we'll have to wait and see in that case because, again, I'm not sure. Yeah.
I hear you. Donovan saying Salah 6. Makes too many misplaced passes. Jesus, Salah passing at times.
Yeah.
Salah was poor yesterday like he's been for the last 2 months. KLFC 6.5. RJ 6. K-Max 6. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to have to demote that to a 6.5, you know. 6. Maybe a 6, you know. We're getting
again. I think he should have got, I don't know, one of the goals he could have got an assist for, but I think everyone played well in that game. I think we just dominated them from start to finish.
I mean,
again,
we say dominated, right? But when we look at big chances in the game, Burnley had 2 big chances that if they had a more clinical striker, would have been in trouble. That bit that time when Trent got skinned on the left hand on our right hand side.
What's his name? Trezor,
yeah, not Koleosho because I think he's been injured by Trezor. He's cut back, ball into the box. Goodmanson's got to get that on target. He's got to get that on. He's unopposed back post. That you got to get that on target.
But do you know why?
That was, and we were at 1-1 at the time as well. We go 1-1, and at Burnley, you just don't know what's going to happen at that point.
It's true, but do you know why I say it's difficult to judge because there's 2 goals that we had are goals. I can't see why it's not. Like, you know, the Nunes one where he apparently fouled. What's it? Is it Neil Taylor or Charlie Taylor?
Yeah, Charlie Taylor. Yeah,
Charlie Taylor. Charlie Taylor, when it was like, oh my God, like he put his hands in his mouth, being like, oh my God, I made a mistake. He wasn't crying that it was a foul. That says a lot. That he didn't think it was a foul, but the referee thought it was a foul when there was minimal contact, and they didn't bother to go look at the monitor. And the second one, I mean, Salah got pushed into an offside position. So where's our foul? So it's difficult for me to look at that game being like, we should have had 2 legitimate goals, but we didn't, and it should have been a plain sailing game, but it wasn't. And they got back into the game because of the fact we were denied 2 legitimate goals.
I hear you. I actually agree, but the problem is, unfortunately, Like we didn't, innit? Like we didn't. There weren't goals, and we still allowed them into the game. And like, a couple times, Salah forcing that outside of the foot cross. I mean, he doesn't have to do it. Yeah, he doesn't need to keep doing it. Like, do you know what I mean? He's not charisma that can execute every single time. He pulls it off here and there. But big up to Donovan Davis, and I actually agree here, saying Salah does try to pass at times, but his execution is very meh. Pulls out a delightful one every now and then, but generally nothing. And it's true. Yeah. It's true, Keep it level, saying JJ, when you finish up, are you raiding Jamie Phillips' stream? Unfortunately not, man. It's Christmas time. I've got to spend it with family and stuff, and I'm gonna go actually play football later on. So training, so I'm gonna go and do that. Boom saying, when you're such a joke, they'll probably give Anthony a pay rise. people grilling him right now. But yeah, I'll give him, you know what? 6, because I don't think he was better than Gravenberch, but as you said, he could have had a goal, and then he had that shot that Travers made a save for. So I think that's fair. And then Darwin Núñez, man, starting down the middle. Obviously, Mr. Marmite himself. Some people rate him, some people don't. Some people think he's a baller, others think he's terrible. People know where I stand.
I hate him. I just straight up say I hate him. He's annoying, man. Like, as you saw the group chat message I put on the group, yeah?
No,
he's annoying.
No.
I
haven't.
This guy. All I said was like, this guy actually pisses me off because he does stuff like that. Because that finish was a cold finish, a very good finish. The way he angles his body and just finesses it into the bottom corner, like, oh, that's a proper poacher's finish. But then he goes on, does stupid stuff like he did in the last couple of weeks, being like smacking it over the bar, smacking it straight at the goalkeeper, not running to the ball to put in for a tap in. He just does all these stupid stuff. But then in these odd moments, he has these wonderful, like, little instinctive moments where he just scores.
Like that goal, like the goal he scored, yeah, obviously you're talking, look, 8th minute in the game, 7th minute of the game. Do you know what I mean? We very, very early on, ball comes across, and like, no one's expecting him to shoot, but he just takes his time, opens his body up, just passes it into the back of the net. Really, really good finish. Like, do you know what I mean? But other than that, like, his all-round play, like, we looked at the stats. He had, 17 attempted passes in the attacking third. Only 10 of them came off. 3 more passes, and you're looking at like 3 more misplaced passes anyway. You're looking at a 50-50 split. 10 passes made in the final third, 10 passes not. That's not good enough if you're playing as a striker, as a number 9, because you need to bring players into play.
To be fair, though, JJ, a couple of those passes, because I remember distinctively, a couple of them passes was out on the right wing where he would body a man, or he'd take it on and then cross it in. And I think one of the Gakpo should have got onto, in my opinion, would have been an easy tap-in for that. And a couple of other ones were like intercepted. So I give him the benefit of the doubt in those sort of situations. But again, like you said, if you're a striker, for us, you got to have decent passing stats. You got to link up play with a different man. And if you do, then you'll make it better for us.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really rate him, but he had a decent game. Remy saying, JJ, stop rubbishing Darwin Núñez. He is not as bad as you like to paint him. He is that bad.
He's not that bad, but he's just very frustrating.
No. I don't think he's a good footballer, innit? Like, I just don't think he's a good footballer. Yeah. Like, I just don't think he's a good footballer. However, he's got a lot of attributes that can make him very, very effective. I think that's fair to say. But is he going to be able to go and bag them? I'm not too sure. Well, Remy saying stop rubbishing Darwin Núñez. I haven't even rubbished him today.
But JJ, that's the
fact
thing.
That you're saying that means that you've got an agenda yourself, Remy. You've got an agenda, because I haven't said anything against him.
But this is where I come back, because this is where it confuses me. Because when you say I can hear what you're saying when he says he's not a good footballer, but then he does stuff like this. What you saw in the Burnley game, that finish, that not a crap footballer doesn't do that. Like, a cold finisher does that, and that's why I'm like, what are you? What are you doing?
No, but that's my point. What are you in it? Is he a winger? Do we need to start looking at him like a winger, where he can just be instinctive, come inside and just lick off a shot? Or does it need to be? Do you know what I mean? Does it need to be like? Do you know what I mean? Or can he be this number 9? If you're going to be this number 9, you need to do a bit more, in my opinion, man. We just got to do a bit more. Big up to Ryan in the building. We've got Remy saying Núñez is a good footballer. He has not reached the height of Liverpool. I mean, Okay, he's a good footballer. He's a good footballer. He's amazing. He's the most technical footballer you've seen. He's a great footballer. RJ saying K-Mac is called game pressure that cannot be recreated in training. That's in terms of his finishing. You got Ryan saying, "Yo, Ram, I told you about Sobo. You need to listen to me more."
What are you talking about, Sobo? What are you telling me that I haven't already know? The one thing that you don't give him credit for, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's got the best ball recoveries out of any midfielder in the Premier League.
Yeah,
which is the basis of his expectancy at Liverpool as a centre midfielder for Klopp. Klopp wants him to win the ball back. The one thing I'll give him corn for is the fact that the technical ability that he possesses, the ability to strike a ball, the ability to pass the ball the way he can, he's got to be doing better from creating from deep. That's why I'm be like, yeah, cool. But the one thing I can't follow him, and me and JJ agreed with this when we were watching the Arsenal game. His recoveries and his defensive attributes are good.
Like but on the ball, sometimes he's just not in terms of his ability, but decision making, what you can impact the game with on the ball. Sometimes it's lacking.
Like I think. You shoot when you pass when you're meant to shoot, and you shoot when you're meant to
pass. All of that type of stuff. Yeah. Ali Nuss saying Nunes 8 worked a lot and scored. For me on this channel, working a lot doesn't go and give you stats, man. Working a lot doesn't. That's just a given. Like he scored, yes. I wouldn't give him going an 8. Came out saying Klopp's on the TV. Nunes is insane at scoring in training. He can't work out why he misses in games. Mentality. It might not happen at Liverpool, man. Donovan saying definitely not a baller, but yes, can be effective if he learns to play better. That's what it is. That's what I think it can be, man. That's what I think it can be. Clearly, he's getting a lot of touches, man. But yeah, so for me, I'm probably going to give him a 7, man. I think he was again just decent. I think it was a decent performance from him, man. I think Gakpo was a bit better, involved a bit more, but I think he was decent, man. He was decent, man.
He set the precedent for the goal.
Yeah, obviously players that came and were subbed off. Who were the subs? So Elliott came off. Gravenberch came off. Who else came off? Gakpo came off. Do we only make 3 subs? Do we only make 3 subs?
Nah, I think also. Let me have a quick look. Give me a minute.
Let me see if I can get it. Yes, you can get it quicker, guys. Boom.
Yeah, I got it here. Nunes came on.
It was like Nunes.
That's it. Yeah, 4 subs. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go rating goals. Who got a goal? Let's just do all of this. So Elliott got a goal. It should have been a goal, but we're gonna give it to Nunes, and it was Jota. But I need to put the subs in though, man. Subbed, position, number, goals, cards, rating, name, info. I can't even do that. That's long. We have to do that. Hold on, man of the match right now is Quan's on here, but yeah, let's just run through obviously the subs. Then obviously we had Curtis Jones come on. I'll give him a 6. I think he was just all right.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5.
Soboslai, man.
Yeah, Soboslai 6 as well.
6. No, because he got the assist. 6.5.
Yeah. I mean, no, he didn't. For who?
He did. Jota.
No, he didn't. It was Diaz.
That's Diaz. I thought you were writing Diaz.
Soboslai.
Oh, Soboslai. Sorry. 6. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. Luis Diaz for me, 5.
6.5.
Do you know why? I know we got the assist, but do you know why I won't give him? I think I'll give him a 5.5 because that should have been a goal. Diaz made the job so hard for Jota. He made the goal so hard for Jota. He tried to cut in. Look, the ball came onto his left. He could have just taken the touch with his left foot and just hit it across goal. That would have been a goal, a simple goal. We've seen Mane do it. We've seen Salah do it with his right foot. Jota had to go and do it from a mad angle. That's just a basic finish. He wanted to go and cut inside. The cut inside was poor. Like, it was a poor touch, which sent him back. He then done a poor flick to Jota, which wasn't like a Bobby-esque flick that put him straight in goal, yeah? He's gone and done the flick, and Jota's had to, whilst he's running, drag the ball with his right foot onto his weaker side and then slot it into the goal. And we're going to give that as an assist or give him points for that assist. I can't give him points for that. I'm sorry. I got to be real. He was poor, man. He was poor again. I don't know what's going on with Diaz. He came on in the
Oh, he came in 6-7 minutes. Yo.
67th minute.
I thought he came
Yeah.
on the 84th.
Yeah, it's scary, man.
Yo. Hey, yo. Oh, okay.
Like he
Now
should have.
see-
That chance there was like. Let's be honest. Jota played a fantastic pass into Diaz. Like it was weighted perfectly for him to even. He didn't have to take a touch. He could just went whack. You could just slapped it side netting. Like that's basic. He's gone and cut inside, and the cut inside was so bad. He's had to reverse and flick it right. Like that was mad. That was mad.
6.
Oh my God.
5,
Remy
5.
saying, I disagree. The pass to Jota was stylistic in disguise. No, it wasn't. Jota had to do so much work. No, Remy. Are you from London? If you're from London, I beg you come and just play football with us so we know. I want to see what you mean by stylistic. Please, come and play football with some of the Don Dadders. Please.
What did you get? What did you give Endo?
Endo, we gave him a 7.5, I think.
I give him an 8.
Nah, he gave away the ball a couple of times. I think he holds onto the ball a bit too long, like especially in that position.
Nah, we give him an 8.
Nah, we will give him a 7.5. Some people were saying like 7, so yeah, 7.5 is cool. Donovan saying, agree, JJ. Technically an assist, but barely was. Assist nowadays can be like a 2-yard pass to someone who dribbles past and bangs a 20-yarder. That's what it is for me. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think he should have bagged. Keep it level saying, I said this, JJ, he should have bagged and effed up his chance and Jota bailed him out. We've got KLFC saying, and he missed the easy chance before, JJ. Ryan saying, this Ram guy trying to sneak Soboslai assists in. That's what I'm saying, man.
This guy has so much smoke.
Alexander Diaz's back flick was hoping, not stylistic. Yeah, don't even try to say stylistic. That is crazy, man. After, he knew as soon as Diaz cut inside, he realized, oh no, like I've messed up the chance here. So he had to just flick it into space. And he knew Jota was behind him. I don't think it was like anything great, but honestly saying 6 for Lucha. I hope he gets over his mental blockage. And yes, he plays better for Colombia, but every player put more effort for their country. Example, Lukaku, remember, also VVD to time. Yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see what happens with him. But right now, he's in a rut, man. He's in a rut. But if you got having him off the bench, we know there's still a quality player in there. It's just, I don't know how that's just obviously going to work out. So, and then the last sub that we've got to go and analyze before we head out is, hold on.
Jota. No, Jones and then Jota. Have we done Jones?
No, Jones. We've done Jones. It's Jota. What are you giving Jota? That finish, Bagsman. Book. Bagsman. Finish.
10.
Finish.
10.
I'll give him I won't give him a 10.
He came on in the 85th minute and scored, JJ.
Yeah, but that's not a 10 though. A 10.
I don't care.
10. He will win in the game anyway. Jota is 100% Jota. Ice cold finish. Let's be honest.
Killer, bro.
Yeah, but it's not a 10. Like I'll give him I'll give him an 8, but not a 10. A 10. Right? 10. Like, do you look at Liverpool and get excited and just start like getting the cream out and the lotion
because I wanted Jota to play for time. I told everyone the guy I miss is Jota. I need this guy back ASAP.
Yeah,
and then he goes and does that.
Yeah. No, listen, Bagsman, but I'm giving him an 8, man. An 8. I can't. A 10 is crazy. A 10 is crazy. Honestly, saying Jota, the apex predator, is back like Randy Orton, 8 to 8.5. I hear that. We got Freedy saying 10. What am I hearing? No chance. Donovan Davidson saying Jota 8.5. Remy saying JJ, we were not winning the game. It was an edge before Jota's goal. We were 1-0 ahead. What do you mean we weren't winning? What game were you watching? It wasn't 0-0. It was 1-0. We were ahead in the game. We were winning the game. Like we weren't on top in the game. Yeah. We weren't on top in the game, but we were winning the game. Technically, if the game ended there, we'd have won 1-0. We'd have won the game 1-0.
Big up Diogo, man.
But Diogo, top finish. Christian saying Salah and Jota are 100% the mainstays for the attack. Third attacker is up for grabs. I agree. 10 is a hat trick. That's exactly what I see. Back in time just for Salah's exit. That's what I 100% agree with, man. Jota had 9 touches. How can he get a 10?
Because one of them touches was a goal, bro. That's why.
Remy saying Burnley were putting us under pressure. They could have drawn the match. I agree. It was a good finish, but we were ahead. Like it wasn't like Nunes when he came on and won us the game. It wasn't that. It wasn't that type of impact. But it was a ridiculous finish. Do you know what I mean? It sealed the deal. I've got it in the title. So Jota seals the deal. He sealed the deal. So yeah, man.
Jota, man.
So
give it to him, man.
There we go, man. So big up to Jota. But yeah, people, that's been the tactics board, man. Big up to everyone that's been tuning in. Guys, make sure that we are smashing out. We're on 50 likes right now, so please make sure we are smashing the like upon exit. Make sure if you're watching this on the replay, you're smashing the like as well and letting us know in the comments what you thought of the game. Is Jota the apex predator, as Honesty said? Is he the guy that is a mainstay in the forward line alongside Jota? Is that third spot up for grabs? And if so, who's that third spot for? We've got Alexander Delos saying Chelsea switch jersey, but still bad. Honestly saying only things Jota ruined my agenda. I was ready to go on Twitter and say top of the league because of Darwin, but no, Jota was like, bun your agenda. I hear that. Louis saying Burnley's best spell come on the back of that, in my opinion. Elliott's wrongful dismissal allowed goal. I actually agree. Big up to RJ saying smash like guys, make sure we are smashing the likes. But yeah, man.
I was gonna say it just gave them that little bit of hope. It gave them hope and gave them confidence, being like, yo, we could get something out of this game. Refs on our side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. But look, that's been the tactics board, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, make sure we're tuning in, obviously, later on today for just my little pre-recorded video on, I mean, the transfer window and what the signings I'd like Liverpool to make. So just being a bit optimistic. Stay tuned for the next episode of Being Liverpool, where I stream, obviously, my career mode with you guys on FC24. I know you guys really enjoy that. So make sure you're tuning in for that. And make sure you're obviously, you got your notifications on for the preview for our next game, which is obviously against Newcastle on New Year's Day. So that's going to be a really interesting game to obviously pop up, and that's happening in 3 days or so. So Liverpool get a well-deserved break after a hectic few days, man. But thank you so much for tuning in. Before we head out, Ram, let the people know what's popping off on the Ram stand, man. Nada, and we'll leave it, man. We'll leave it there. It's the Christmas period, and Rams being lazy, so it is what it is, man. But look, until next time, people, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a JJM show, and we're out. Have a nice one.